I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They got a way, they got a proof. I got a gas, they running on fumes. Told on my bag, it's something new. Send it down, you gotta choose. I'm taking my smile, I'm doing food.
How's the project going?
It's been pretty good. It's been good. It's been time consuming. As you can see, this bumper has a lot of pieces. Other than that, I think it's going pretty smooth. We have all the doors, rear fenders on both sides done, complete. And now I'm just finishing up this section right here. And moving up to the hood, roof, and hatch. That'll be it for today.
Is this going out today or when is it going out?
No, more than likely tomorrow it's gonna be fully done. All the film is gonna be stuck, and then it's ready for check it.
Do you like doing these?
I just love doing PPF. To me, it's like therapy.
Yeah.
It's a time to focus and concentrate and do what I need to do, which is in my own little world. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
Right. What's been the hardest part so far?
The bumper only because it's got a lot of pieces. You gotta be really, as you can see, small pieces. You gotta be really careful with these, make it all aligned. So, and this piece right here was actually, I had to bulk this piece, this one, and this one. There's no padding to this one, so I had to bulk it. So, I like it. It's good, but it takes time. Yes.
It's not nothing too exciting. Just when you need it, you need it. And it's time for fresh ones, so. It's gonna be new towels that we use for paint protection. They're ultra plush, soft towels. We use these for drying off. These are 300 grams, GSMs, whatever they are. So they're super soft, won't scratch the cars. Yeah, 300 GSMs. So nice. These are what we prep with.
Out this pattern for this fender right here. Ta-da. Done. I gotta clean this. Make it look good.
I'll probably be in.
Why do you clean it?
Why? Because it's got a lot of dust. And since I had to redo it, it might have some adhesive right here on the edges. So I have to clean it real good and make it look even better. That's fine. And then stick this one to be done with the car. Not the car, the sides. And that's it. Go on to the bigger sections.
Washing rubber PPF. I like it.
Do you do PPF?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
When they let me.
Kevin's really good. The amount he gets to do it and the work he can do is pretty impressive.
He's lying.
He's lying.
mean, it looks easy when you're doing it, been doing it for a long time. Yeah. Cuando tienes aire así, it's hard to do it when you got some air like this. You gotta make it flush.
Sorry.
Okay, you got less air right there, see? The film will just lay down. Nice. See? Just keep working it. Look. Just like that. And you got air, the air is just moving that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. Like that, when you have it nice and wet, basically.
So this is why you hire professionals.
Yep.
What are y'all doing today?
Are we talking about?
What are y'all doing today?
Oh, I guess that was yeah. Oh man, today we just got. I'm sorry. I was like, oh wait, are you talking to me? Today we just got done performing a multi-step paint correction. The guys got their full front done, which we already performed that there. So now we came back, polished out the rest. Now we're ceramic coating the painted surfaces, all the black painted plastics, the full PPF, and then all the emblems, headlights, tail lights, side markers, emblems, all that good stuff. So a lot easier to wash, keep clean, and then look at this baby.
Shiny.
That's what we do.
What's up, dude? Good morning.
What's up, David? Is that what it is? Good morning.
It's my morning.
Hey, we got
Whether it's 10, 11, 3, 6.
If the monsters are flowing, it's still morning, baby.
Still morning.
I still got one, so it's still morning.
That's right. Well, what are all these handsome gentlemen doing today? Busy?
Staying free. Staying cool.
Come on, Lupe. How many tenors does it take to finish one car? They're laughing at us right now on in our YouTube series because they're like, I do that by myself in 30 minutes. They're laughing at us. Hand cut.
What if you're done clean?
Gotta sucker punch them sometimes. Sometimes being nice every day isn't good too, because people take advantage.
What you got going on today?
We are going to head out actually shortly to see our friend Roy at Wragth Motorsports in Waxahachie. He's a veteran. I met him in the 365 Driven group. When we had our charity event, he came out, I'd met him, and he donated, and ever since then, you know, he came over to the Apex group that I'm in as well, and he's a veteran, so we're gonna go support him today and see what he's doing at his shop. Like a relief? Yep.
Okay. I'll just make it sure.
I'm doing the Cadillac, and I'm doing the black Cadillac and the Tritek.
Working hard, huh?
What you got going on today?
Bro, we just finished the Cadillac on the dyno, the CTS V2. The customer brought that one in and had a bunch of issues we fixed. We got it tuned. It drives good. So, and then the other one is the Trackhawk with our 900 package. So, street tuning that on 93 octane now. So it's good there. I'm probably gonna put it on the dyno, finish up the wide open throttle stuff, and then go into E85 kill mode, and then back up the street. And that's right. Is this your section?
Yeah, that one's fine.
Where the fuck did I put mine? Did I leave your room?
Inside the room, maybe?
This is what I do. I take a couple steps and then I'm like, shoot, 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 shoot.
I do that.
So today, well, this week, not just today, it's been a hot week, but whatever, we're getting stuff done. A couple things we got going in the shop. We're actually assembling a Hellcat engine, if you guys want to pan and see that. So this is going to be one of our 900 packages. The customer had some issues with his engine, and we're going to go ahead and assemble it. We have to move some things around, but yeah, making progress, waiting on a few parts, but that's one build that we're working. It's for a Jeep Trackhawk. This Corvette is waiting on an engine, but it's going to be a pretty much beefy, naturally aspirated setup. And then we have this C10 that's about to come down. So 1972 C10, a short bed. And we put a 427, so LS7 engine in there. We did a 4L75 transmission, a high stall converter, 24-2800 stall, all new fans, radiators, custom intake that we built, headers. It's got a camshaft, and we have a tune in it, a base tune to drive it around. And when we finish all the suspension and goodies, full big brake kit suspension, we'll start street tuning and putting it on the bottom.
He says this thing is like a $300,000 truck when the build is all said and done. So it's going to be cool to check it out. It's got like a 427 in it and all those things he just said. So I'm kind of excited to see what's under the hood.
So 427 570 from Chevrolet Performance was the base engine. Obviously we added the camshaft, long tube headers, custom 4.5 intake with LS7 math, AC. With these older trucks, they don't have modern electronics, so Louis over here was able to retrofit some of the modern electronics, so it's just like an OEM truck. So this thing right now thinks it's basically a C6Z Corvette. So this is where it's at. Louis spent, I think we have like 300 hours in this truck so far, and probably over 100 grand worth in parts that the customer wanted. And this is where we stand. So we're finishing up the suspension now. Everything, you name it: radiator, fans, thermostat, catch can here, open element, custom intake, headers, a nice front drive unit, 2 gas tanks. So this thing will probably get some decent fuel range, and it's pretty efficient in terms of gas mileage. 373 gears, posi, all the stuff that if you would want a C10 with a hot rod, this has in it. So let's fire it up. Let's listen and see how it sounds.
Thing's gonna do well at the car shows. Yeah. It's also gonna be a blast to drive.
All the other control arms on the ground over there, that's all the stuff that came off. So everything's completely redone and this just needs to be adjusted. So we still need to adjust the height on it, and I need to finish small things. Obviously needs a little brake line plugged in. But yeah.
Is this pretty much all replaced?
Yeah, all of this is replaced. The only thing right now original is the front subframe.
Oh, wow.
But that's the whole QA1 setup, and it converts to a coilover, so we don't have the springs, and then the shock mounts that usually come from the bottom control arm to the top are no longer there. So you gotta install a whole bracket on the top side as well.
If you guys want to follow here, long tube headers, custom drive shaft. I guess the biggest takeaway here, full exhaust. We haven't done the rear yet, but the rear suspension is here. But the biggest takeaway with this truck is going to be the 2 tanks. He wanted an extended range with this, so we kept the tank that's behind the seat, and that actually feeds into here, and then this tank is what feeds into the engine. So all the gauges and everything works. He just has double the fuel capacity, which is nice for when he does like the power tours and the hot rod road trips. He can probably get 600 miles on one tank, making 600 horsepower, probably high 400s, low 500s on my stingy dyno. So
Nice.
On RPM.
Yeah.
So if that thing idles up on you, it's over. You're just gonna.
You can't stop.
You can't stop it.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
It happened to him and it happened to me.
No.
We like started here when we first trying it out.
Yeah.
And it just launched on me, so the rear tires got stuck on the back of my leg.
we can ride it. It's just.
actually do work here or not. If he's so good at this, I don't know if he works or rides that all day.
So we're gonna walk the streets right now. The first car here is a 2018 Camaro, and this car we built 5 years ago. It was shipped to us from California, and it's got heads, custom cam, headers, flex fuel. It made 600 to the wheels, naturally aspirated. My dyno probably makes 520 to 550-ish, and I have a personal connection with this car because when I first started, this was the car that, you know, he trusted me when I was a nobody, and to this day, this car's still living, it's still running. He races it. He's been driving it for 5 years, and it looks the same as when we built it 5 years ago. So pretty nice, simple, efficient, and manual as well. So for you manual guys, this car is really fun.
I'm noticing the HRE wheels. Like the first thing I saw when I got here was like, oh.
Yeah. I remember.
And then the R888s.
Yep. We spec'd all that out. We lowered it and everything. He wanted an aggressive stance, and coming from the road course days, R888s were our go-to. Considering the power it'd make, this is a good balance between having a track-focused tire and a street tire. So it's still in our compound. You got to be careful in the rain, but for the power and torque that the cars make, this is a perfect balance. So we're actually going to do headers, flex fuel, a camshaft, and pretty much some of our 850 package is what we do on the L24 powered vehicle. But this being a new black wing, we're just kind of taking our time, understanding the differences, and then adapting to that model. So this one's going to be really fun. Parts are slowly trickling in. They're coming on the shelf. Probably going to have somewhere between 850 and 900. At the tire, that's probably realistic, going to be somewhere 700 or so.
Sounds great for stock. I can see why they're going to be popular, but the last V8, I'm kind of sad about that, to be honest with you. I hope they don't keep it that way. That's insane. I felt like we're at the drag strip. I smell like a different type of fuel. It's not like regular fuel, and it's got freaking these crazy slick drag radials on it. It took off hard though, and it was spinning. It's mean.
Yeah.
Jeep is 900 horsepower, and he's gonna do the same thing in it.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be cool because you can put your kids in here. You can let let the mom drive it. You can go camping, and you can smoke just about anything that pulls up to you.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, no AC though. Well, race car problem. Look at that. Like, that was like 20 seconds.
Fuel was in it?
E85.
Yeah, I was like, that does not smell like regular gas. You want to go for a ride, guys? Y'all want to ride in this thing?
Right.
After seeing that, I don't know.
I don't know.
So here we are. This is our 900 package for the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk. So this car makes 707 horsepower stock. And in this particular setup, the customer wanted something that he can cruise around with every day, kind of like what we're doing now, gain a little bit more power. So in this trim, this setup here, truck's probably going to make 100 to 150 to the tire over stock. So for context, the Trackhawk on my dyno makes 530, 550. This thing's going to probably be somewhere in the high 600, low 700. Super conservative, very reliable, and it's still got some power. When the customer wants to go to the truck, swap pulleys, put the 85 in it, switch the tune file. Now we're talking about 2 to 250 horsepower over the wheel gain just from swapping pulleys and a fuel swap. So the versatility is there. Obviously it's 113 right now, and the biggest feature of this car is my cooling for the supercharger. So we have what's called an interchiller, and what that does is it reroutes the AC to the supercharger. But we don't want to take away from the AC when it's 112 outside, so we have a hybrid mode. So like right now it's an AC and it's cooling the supercharger, and when we want to race, flip a toggle switch, it goes to the supercharger. So that way you're not losing AC, you're not losing anything. This does have an expansion tank where it holds fluid, and basically we freeze that. That's what's used to fill the supercharger during a pass, and then that cycle repeats itself. So you have more volume, supercharger stays cooler longer, and as we're driving right now, we're chilling. Yeah. So that's kind of one of the good features for the street guys or folks that maybe you want to get this truck for your wife, go to groceries, maybe your wife has a heavy foot, or anybody in your family has a heavy foot. This is very versatile. So, and give her the beans. Perfect. And then we're back. So we're still tuning it right now. 100.
That gets it. Especially off the launch, that's where you can feel the G's hit. I don't know what it's actually doing, but you can feel it in your stomach.
So that right there, and I don't have my draggy, but I've done countless of these. That was about a 3.4, 3.50 to 60, but when we get it on the 85 and kill mode, they're 2.7, 2.90 to 60 on the street. So again,
that's insane.
Yeah, not too many cars are gonna beat you.
That don't know, it's like one of the hottest weeks in Texas right now. It's about 107 degrees outside. The vehicle thinks it's about the same, 108. We've been driving, cooling it off, but this has an inner chiller. The vehicle actually, with the cooling the supercharger down, it's like 71 degrees, and as we drive it's going to get cooler. So it's so hot, and this vehicle still has cooler engine temps where it's safe to do this if you like to get on it a lot. And it's so hot, you can still drive your car like this without worrying about it too much. So that's super cool, and it's a cool addition that they added to this vehicle for a peace of mind for the owner. So I wanted you guys to get to know Roy how I know him a little bit. I met Roy from the 365 Driven group that's owned by Tony Watley, who's somebody who mentors us. And we had a charity event at my store in Garland, Texas, and some guys from 365 came out from Houston, Texas, and Roy showed up. I didn't know Roy, but he had the sick Camaro, and I didn't know him at the time. And you know, I'm all in the car, so that's how I remember you, the Camaro guy. And then over time, you know, we're in the same group, we got to know each other. Roy donated at the charity event, and I was like, this is a cool dude, he's a good guy, he supported us, and we don't even know him. So we built that relationship. And then when I joined Apex, I didn't ask him to or anything, but I see Roy pops into the Apex group too. And so we're just like consistently building the bond. But he's such a good guy. He's a veteran, and so, you know, we love our veterans and we thank them all. And he's just a good guy, and he works on awesome cars. And you know, over time we've become friends. He sent customers to us, and it's just been a great relationship.
So thanks, David. Thanks for stopping by. It's always cool. We always collaborate. Like David mentioned, we share a lot of masterminds, entrepreneur groups, and at any opportunity that I can, I have customers that want PPF or paint correction. That's not an area I specialize in, but I know I can count on David, so David gets those leads. So huge shout out for them to come in by. We're gonna do some cool stuff. We're gonna check out some cool cars. We happen to be wrapping up 2 tunes on some cars, so you might see some cool stuff. But yeah, thank you, David. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the hospitality, Roy. Thanks for always sending your business our way. And I love going off of just learning things together in the groups. Thanks for showing us everything. This place is sick. So.
Oh, we're talking about weddings. I said at my wedding, we're gonna dance to Halo, and then our second song is probably gonna be Forever by Chris Brown. But I might do a solo, you know. It's you and me moving at the speed.
Who worked on that black CS badass BMW? And who else?
I did the driver.
So he just called, and he said that the work's fabulous, and he's so impressed by the work, and they're really happy, and they want to start sending every car here, which he thinks he could do 5 to 10 a week, but he's only brought like 5 cars here in the last year something, because he uses several people. But he was like, man, I don't know why we use anybody else. Every time we bring it there, it's like really, really good. We don't have to work I went out to look over it. We look over it, it's good. He's like, the other guys leave trash in the car. They get stain the door panels. They do this, and it's messy. They don't clean up after themselves. And every time y'all stuff is spot on. So I just want to tell y'all, good job. Keep up the good work. It's getting those calls and reviews. It's pretty awesome. I just got a phone call from one of our clients who doesn't use us very much, but he does use us when all the other tent shops are booked. We've had a kind of up and down relationship over the last decade plus, and he's used us, and then he's like used other people, and you know, it's his personal choice, and so it's been kind of up and down, around and around, but lately he's, you know, as we mature, I think over time, and our businesses grow and our wisdom kind of, we get more wise. He's been coming here. He's probably brought like 5 cars this year, and I think he comes when he just needs a car done that no one else will do because they're too busy or whatnot. But today he brought like a $200,000 BMW with like special paint and all this stuff, and he was worried about it because it's for his like really high profile client, and he has a lot of high profile clients. And he called me and he said, thank you, I just wanted you to know, like, y'all's work is like spot on. Like the other shops and other tinters I use, they leave the windows dirty, they leave tint in the car, they leave streaks on the interiors, they don't clean up after themselves, and you guys are usually just spot on. We look at the car and it's just nice. You go, so I've talked to my team and I'm kind of tired of using everyone, and I'm like, guys, why don't we just use them? They're always on point, they charge about the same price, and they get it done the same day, and other people take like forever to even get to it. So you know, it's kind of cool because over time, if you do things right and you hold a higher standard, you know, good things come around. People learn the hard way and they come back to you. But you got to hold that standard no matter what. And so it's kind of cool to hear from him because he's somebody who gets the most expensive cars in DFW, and obviously he's doing something right, you know. So I'm super proud of my guys. I actually just told them thank you. You guys are probably going to see that live video, and you know, they're doing a great job. Things are up and down. It's super hot this time of year and busy, so everybody's kind of here, you know. But at the end of the day, it's only like this a few months out of the year, and you got to get through it and do your best. And we're getting through it. We're doing a good job, and it's showing because people are leaving good reviews still. They're thanking us. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So like, subscribe, ring the bell. If you have any questions, please ask questions, comment. I want to know what you think. If you have any questions, I want to answer them to my best of abilities. And we'll see you next week.